So it has arrived, guys. Marriage Story is now on Netflix. And here is the long-awaited review.
You know I said that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around.
Yes, Marriage Story. It is here. And my gosh, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. It's freaking terrible. I hate it. Oh my gosh, it's worse than Harriet and Captive State. I hate it so much. I can imagine. Okay. How'd you think in there for a sec? Woo! Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. Obviously, it's not that bad. In fact, it's amazing. Marriage Story is amazing. But it's not the best movie of the year. I'm going to point out some flaws. But, because I'm that critic, I always seem to find those flaws. But, regardless, who really cares about the flaws in Marriage Story? Because Marriage Story is awesome. It's freaking awesome, bro. Okay, if you guys know what Marriage Story is by now, it's a movie by Noah Baumbach, who did a couple other movies. I don't really know what they are. Hold on a sec. So yeah, Noah Baumbach wrote, direct, produced, and wrote Marriage Story, but he also made Mistress America, De Palma, and also great, a documentary. Frances Ha, While We're Young, they're all great movies, but I gotta say, guys, Marriage Story is definitely the best movie he's made so far. It is remarkable. This movie has Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson as the main roles, and they do amazing in this movie. So this is some of the best performances of the year. I'm not gonna even lie. Granted, the negative I have is their performances in this movie aren't as good as they could have been, but I'm gonna get to that in a point. But regardless, this blows away the Lighthouse performances. This movie blows away most of the performances of the year. It's just there's one scene alone, the argument scene, which is iconic. It's gonna be iconic. That scene's amazing. But the rest of the movie's still good. It's just I think the highlight of the movie was that argument scene for sure. I think most people will agree. That scene is utter epic acting at work. I mean, that was great. But what else? Yeah, who else started? Laura Dern started as one of the lawyers. She was great in it. She had one of the best little monologues in it when she talks to Scarlett Johansson. She's freaking great. Oh my gosh, I love Laura Dern to bits. And I wish she really should win Best Supporting Actress for this movie. I feel like she was one of the highlights of this movie, and she was just great. And she looks so good. Laura Dern is still beautiful to this day. After Jurassic Park, she's still freaking beautiful, and I don't get why. Like, no actress that old should be that beautiful, but I don't know. She's just freaking great. She's amazing, bro. And then you got like a couple other actors. You got this one guy from Princess Bride. Yeah, Princess Bride. The inconceivable guy. I forget his name, but Wallace, whatever. He's in this movie too. He had a cool role. And yeah, guys, Marriage Story is just a great movie. I mean, what else to say? It's one of the best movies of the year. Granted, it didn't really crack my top 10 list. Did it? I don't know. There's so many movies that came out there that were amazing. I mean, this year has been nuts, but I think it did crack the top 10. I have to check. I think it did. Yeah, it's in the top 10, but my gosh, man. I mean, I just have no words. This movie is, like, legit amazing. Like, now I'm going to get into some negatives here in a bit, but I'll keep saying, like I always do, positives. Sorry, I keep scratching my nose. So, legitimate-wise, direction-wise, it was really great. Now, I have some nitpicks about that later, but the direction was great. Noah Baumbach wrote the script is amazing. The story is amazing. The characters are amazing. It's just an amazing film, I mean. Now, is it the best Netflix movie ever? No, I still give that to I Am Mother. I feel like I Am Mother is the most underrated film of the year. It is my fourth favorite movie of the year, and I don't think... I knew Marriage Story wasn't going to top that. I knew Marriage Story wasn't, but it got pretty close. Marriage Story was pretty great, but it had a little more flaws than I Am Mother did. I Am Mother is almost a near-perfect movie, but this movie is also great, just not as great. And in fact, I would equate it to Breakthrough. Breakthrough, it's on almost Breakthrough level, but not quite. In fact, I don't even equate this as good as John Wick Chapter 3, but, it's whatever. Tomatoes are on it, but I think Marriage Story was great. So, here are my nitpicks of Marriage Story. My small negatives, which it's not really fair to give negatives to Marriage Story. I mean, the pros outweigh the cons, but, like, okay. So, I guess my cons of the movie is it does get a little repetitive once it gets a little... There's some scenes you could feel like they could have cut out a little bit, maybe made it a little shorter, because there's parts where they're like, they're sitting around and they're just talking about certain stuff that aren't really relevant to the movie, which, I mean, that was my problem at Irishman, but in Marriage Story it works because, it's about divorce. This movie's about divorce, It's a sensitive subject, and so you don't want to. I guess they were trying to do it in a more realistic approach, and it was interesting. I mean, I don't know. There's not many negatives I can say for this. I mean, sometimes the movie did feel off. Like they would like focus on the kid a little more, which was a little, I guess, to make it more emotional. But I don't know. I mean, the movie is great. It just doesn't really feel like a masterpiece. Like it has those quirky things about it. Like the music. It's the type of music you hear in a lot of, like, the music is great, but it is the music you hear in a lot of movies. Like, I feel like it was from Stuart Little. The sad music felt like from Stuart Little, which is a little weird. Why are you using Stuart Little sad music in a movie like this? But okay. I mean, it fit. It made the movie great, but, it just was weird. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just some parts, like this is one part Scarlett Johansson has a monologue, which kind of feels overdrawn. I'm not saying Scarlett Johansson's monologue and it was great. I mean, her long speech in that was great in the movie. It just felt a little too long. Like it kind of went on for like 3-4 minutes. You're kind of like, okay, get to the point. Like, okay, I get it. You kind of just want it to end because that part's a little long. But I mean, I'm glad that she was great in that part. I mean, it's hard to make negatives of Marriage Story. I mean, it's really hard because I love this movie. It's great. I mean, it's honestly great. It's even better than Waves. I think it's better than Waves, and I love Waves, but. Honestly, this is more flows and better than Waves, has better performances than Waves, and honestly, it's just a better story, and it focuses on a more sensitive, and the lawyers are great, and everything about this movie is great. There's really not much I can say that's not great about it. It's just great. It's definitely my second favorite Netflix film now, and it's honestly great. I mean, I don't see anything being I Am Mother for a while. I Am Mother is, like, near perfection, but this is pretty great, too, so I'm going to give it a 9.7. I mean, it has its little quirky flaws. It has its little things, but who really cares? It's Marriage Story. Everybody loves it, right? I feel like Marriage Story is going to be the most universally loved film of the year. It's honestly great. Anybody that says otherwise is a ding dong. I mean, it's just an honestly great movie, and I'd probably watch it again because I just love these characters. These characters really got me invested in the actors and the. People that saying Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson might get nominated for Oscars. I get why, but I feel like the performances in what's it? Star is Born is a lot better. There's movies this year that came out that had better performances, like Joker. I bet you Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler's going to blow these two away, but we'll see. We'll see if Adam Sandler can pull it off. I think he can, but, And there's other movies that have come out this year that just are better, like Breakthrough, I feel like. But, I mean, hey, whatever. I think this movie they can get nominated for Best Actor and Best Actress. Why not? Laura Dern's especially. Laura Dern was definitely the highlight of this movie, and I feel like she should definitely get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but, that's just my opinion, but hey. So thank you all for watching my Marriage Story review. I really love the movie. I mean, it's going to be a universally loved movie. This movie is honestly amazing. It's just so great. I can barely find flaws in it. It's Marriage Story. Just watch it. I mean, it blows freaking Irishman away. I can freaking say that for sure. I was worried about going into Marriage Story because I felt like I was going to be disappointed like I was with Irishman. I was not disappointed. Marriage Story delivered. It was one of the best movies of the year. So thank you all for watching. And, yeah, soon Honey Boy review will be posted and other stuff. So, yeah, the Tatumeister is signing out. Also, a Brawlhalla video later. Bye-bye.